Hi, I'm Gerald Wessels. It's so good to have you with me today. Well, you know, my wife has a Christmas tradition I'd like to share with you. Her tradition is simply every year she gives family members and some friends a Christmas ornament. Now, each one of these Christmas ornaments is tied to something that's happened in that year. And so you can actually go around our Christmas tree and you can kind of see all the special activities that have happened with each one of our family members over the years. And so this year she got me two. One is this fire truck, and another one is a doctor's cloak and stethoscope and everything like that. And so what did it say? What does it have to say about what we went through? Well, on January the 4th of 2021, exactly a year ago today, we had a house fire. Now, she will tell you that I saved the house, but quite honestly, it was a team effort. She was the one first went to the garage to see what was going on in our garage, and then she yelled at me, and then I came down and the water and everything else, and quite honestly, we barely saved the house. As you can imagine, because we had a fire in the house and smoke filled the entire house and there was a lot of damage and everything, we were displaced from our house. And it was a very, I will just be honest, it was a very, very uncomfortable feeling. But what could be worse than being displaced out of your house for 3 or 4 months? Well, in addition to that, right after we were displaced from our house, we both developed COVID. Now, I will tell you that I had a very simple case of COVID. In 4 days, I was done. But with my wife, it was much different. She was extremely sick. In fact, she was bedridden for about 8 weeks, and it went into pneumonia. And so through all of that, I had to nurse her back to health. And it was quite a story. I'm not going to get into it. It could have been much worse, but we're both alive and healthy. Now, what is the point of this video? It could be, boy, you know, 2021 was the pits. I mean, blah, 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 blah. I hate it, and woe is me, all that kind of thing. Well, quite honestly, it's exactly the opposite. In our executive pastor sermon just this last Sunday, he used an illustration that I thought was very good, and that was that you can't run fast forward if you're looking over your shoulder. One thing, you'll run into something, and two, you just can't run as fast. And so, yeah, first half of the year, we were kind of running backwards, but then we started running forwards. And so I shared a video a couple years ago. I actually made it, shouldn't have been doing it as I was going down a road in Kansas, but I did. I love acrostics. And so the acrostic with me, and I actually stole it from another person, I'll be honest, because I liked it so much. It was 4 things you should do to start every day out right. And so M stands for meditation, and E stands for exercise, and D stands for diet. But the S that he had, I changed, because his S was supplements, and I'm getting where I believe in supplements, but I want to share with you something that is much more important. And, quite honestly, New Year's resolutions don't work, but this is something that's worked for me. For you see, in 2018, I made a commitment. It's not like a major resolution, but it's just a twist, a little adjustment on my life that has really made a difference. I think you should do something that causes you to spring forward just a little bit every day of your life. Now, I've always believed that reading a book allows you to step on the shoulders of those who've gone before you. I mean, that's just a fact. However, we live in a technological age. And so what do you do, Gerald? Well, I made a commitment in 2018 that I would watch one video every morning I guess I could say for the rest of my life, in one of three areas. Now, I gave this presentation once before, and somebody said, no, Gerald's listening to 3 videos. No, I'm listening to 1 video in one of 3 areas. One, of course, is in real estate. And this is not a real estate advertisement video, okay? But I do watch one third of the time in real estate so I can be a better realtor. The second area, of course, is in videography and photography, which is a love of mine, and I just enjoy doing it. And this is part of the reason you're getting a video presentation at this point. And then the third area could be in any area that seems fit. The whole idea is doing something that is going to cause me to spring forward. So I don't know what you went through in 2021. I don't know what you're going through now. You may be in the depths of despair and dealing with some things rather difficult. But I really do believe that it can all be helped a little bit by taking your meds. Yeah, spending a little time with whatever you meditate on. For me, it's scriptures. You need to get some exercise. I walked 3 miles this morning. Got to see a heron trying to eat a fish is way bigger than that he could eat. Diet, always a hassle, always a problem, always a challenge for this guy. But spring forward, S. Do something that's going to cause you to spring forward. It may be a video, it may be a book, it may be a podcast, and I hope that 2022 will be your best year ever.